Thank you. Thank you. Some of you may not know who Citizens for Change is, and I'd like to let you know. Citizens for Change, we feel that change is essential for improvement. We are a grassroots, community-based, nonpartisan property rights organization. Our motto is, any question deserves an honest answer. Sometimes that's hard to get. Our mission is to encourage and promote Buncombe County government to fully represent the people under the constitutions of North Carolina and the United States. Our vision is that major decisions made by governmental officials in Buncombe County will reflect the priority needs, wants, wishes, and concerns of the citizens. Our values, core beliefs about right and wrong, do what is right. We have a website, an email address, a phone, and our special quote, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. That's my favorite quote. We still have Senator Queen, but let's take a few quick questions for Joe and Holly.
Well, I got a question for both of them. I got a question for both of them. And I appreciate you being up here so I can get your answers on camera. And stand beside y'all look pretty good together. I mean, although difference in the height, I can still get you the same. I can still get you the same shot.
Wait a minute, she used to sit on this side of me in 4 years, so maybe she used to be over here on this side.
That puts you on the left, Joe. But Nathan made a comment which I think is very valid, and he said the debate's needed. So since we have a Democrat and Republican here, and I'm asking this question as a citizen because everybody knows I love a good fight. Why can't we get more debates in our political running? I want to see the Democrats and Republicans sit down in a debate, not organized questions where the League of Women Voters has gone through and sorted out those hard questions. I want a good debate. And would you two push to have that done if you survive through the primaries?
I'm wide open to any form that will help the public be able to discern what they need to understand about policies and perspectives. I don't, because I mean, truthfully, I hadn't really thought about it before, like you just mentioned it. And,
but it's true, Holly.
I think you're actually probably right. So I don't know how to push it except to be absolutely willing to participate. I'll be there.
Well, I tell you how we can push it. It can come out of this group right here. We can arrange it if the candidates will come.
Right.
Sometimes we try to.
I think they would.
Well, no, we did. We tried to do it.
Well, could I say something?
Maybe Gant won't come to nothing.
Every one of those forums that we've been involved with have been with softball questions.
Yeah.
Same question over and over and over. I could even stand up there, and when we were running against each other, I could have said her campaign speech. She could have said mine. I mean, and it's the same question over and over. And I do believe League of Women Voters and these other commission issues we'll probably be getting into if we both win the primary. I think we ought to be able to be asked a question and then answer it, and then if someone says something down the road that you don't agree with, or you need to follow up with it and create some debate, because I really these national debates, no matter what side of the fence you're on, at least you get a better feel for those people, and you can hear honestly they're talking about their records or what they want. So I think it's, as a matter of fact, when I ran for mayor, I asked the League of Women Voters to let us debate, and they said that we're not going to do that. So.
Well, we'll put that word out. I'll put that word out on TV that you all would like to do that, because I think if we the people do demand it, and Nathan's right, a debate will provide better solutions, because guess what? We could all be wrong.
Right.
Thank you.
Got Paul and then Mark.
Okay.
Gerald.
This is sort of like, I'm going to throw the cat among the pigeons with this question. Holly, if you become Buncombe County Commissioner, even though I will not be voting for you, I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
One of the problems that we have in Buncombe, and Dr. Joe, you can answer this too, is an issue about forced annexation. And of course, Asheville, you are a member of Asheville County Council, or City Council, seems to be quite eager to get every square inch of Buncombe County they can, so they can take our taxes and double our taxes. If you are fortunate enough to become a county commissioner, how are you going to address the issue of people in the county that do not want to be forced either into Asheville, Black Mountain, or any of these other areas? How does that square with your policy now of helping Asheville move forward?
First of all, I understand the perception is out there that Asheville wants to gobble everybody up, but I have a different perspective on it. But so I just want to kind of politely say that's not my perspective. I think if we looked at the statistics about Asheville compared to any other municipality, we've actually been very, very conservative, almost in any indicator if you look at other cities in North Carolina. But we'll just agree to disagree. And you know what? Perception is reality, right? I mean, it doesn't. If that's your perception, that's where you're coming from. But here's where I'm going to answer your question. Did you think I wasn't going to? The first thing I would do, because here's the problem. It makes nobody likes the involuntary annexation, but truthfully, Senator Campoy, Asheville does not have any of the rights that any other municipality in North Carolina or Buncombe County has. That's the only way that we can grow. Every other city, and I've talked to all the city managers in Buncombe County, just out of curiosity, like how do you do this annexation thing? And they have the ability to talk with developers and say, when you're developing, let us work together on how to run the water lines, and when your development is done, you know, and we've worked with you and we've got infrastructure, then you can come on in voluntarily. So then the people buying in know on the front end and don't get got. We cannot do that. Thanks. I mean, I'm just kind of picking on you just a little bit, but we've been it's Sullivan Act 3 that we are not able to do that as a city. So if I actually believe that if we had that ability, that a lot of the painful involuntary annexation, and although Joe never voted for one, he knows that none of us liked it. I mean, none of us go home and go, God, I mean, no, it's a hard thing. I mean, I understand it's very difficult.
Can I just qualify that just a little bit?
Sure.
Forced annexation, to me, as a new citizen, as a new American, is very un-American. If the people don't have the right to at least vote whether they want to be annexed or not.
I totally understand that perspective.
Asheville at the moment, I think about, what, 25 years ago, had a population of about 60,000, 15 square miles. Now it's up to what, 60 or 70 square miles, so I have a population of 75,000. The further you go out to chase the tax base, the lower your density goes. The cost of working that lower density ends up in higher taxes and so forth to accommodate that. So I'm trying to figure out, but I'm still trying to get to, if you are Buncombe County Commissioner, you are going to be asked by the people of Buncombe County who will turn around and say to you, we have no intentions of being annexed. At least we want the right to vote for that. How are you going to approach that?